Zeus.
I sit on my throne on Mount Olympus. The day is bright. My people are content. All is well. But now it begins. The quiet buzz of the crowd is swept to silence with the noise that dolefully enters my palace. On the marble floor resounds the beat of his approach. A stave he holds in his right hand, a sickle in his left. The stave raps out his entrance as he approaches to the foot of the steps of my throne. As he processes, all light and laughter are absorbed into him. A dark cloud that surrounds a mighty figure, all in black. He is powerful. I know him well. He fought with us against the tyrant. It is Thanatos. Yet, his garb, his panoply, he is bedecked in the finest black armor. His war sickle drips darkness and poison onto my very marble floor, sizzling and scorching wherever it lands. His helm is high, his features in darkness behind its confines. He stands before me, and all tongues are held.
Lo, King of the skies, Lord of Olympus, I come at the direction of my master, your eldest brother, Hades, Lord of the underworld. He demands that you and the Lord of the Sea, Poseidon, meet with him in 1 moon's time on the summit of Mount Othrys.
Demand. All are stunned, yet none breathe a word. Even I. I flick a look over my court. All colour has drained from them. This is a clear challenge. The muscles of my jaw bunch, my biceps bulge, yet I feel the hand of my wife on my arm. Without words, Hera speaks into my mind.
Zeus, you must do this thing, but take it not lightly. I cannot tell why, but our brother, finally, is wroth with you. We must tread carefully, or all might be lost.
I laugh as I stand, and jovially retort, as it should be. Too long has it been indeed, since we embraced as the three. Tell your lord, our brother Hades, that we look forward to it with relish. Thanatos inclines his head, but as a sign of acknowledgement, not of deference. He turns his back on me as he walks into his own shadow and descends back into the underworld. I clap as the light returns to the palace, and I boom with laughter, confessing to all how much I have missed them both. But Poseidon is often at court, and few there are who cannot see through this bluff act, but they return to merriment anyway. I wait for long enough. I hear more tales of the mortals. I see the court jubilant again. Then I walk away with my wife in tow, and we head to that spot where we always went before, when we fought against our father, and only here could we discuss our fortunes without an audience. As soon as we are alone, she rounds on me.
Zeus, you are in great peril. Never before has Hades acted thus. What have you done?
Nay, my love, I have not dallied with his daughters, nor infringed on his pride. The cause of all of this dwells not with me.
How I wish I could believe you.
Watch thy tongue, woman. I am your king. I may not always honour thee, do not obey you as you think you want. I am Zeus, but I have never lied to you." She steps back, affronted for a fleeting moment. Then her face unclenches, and her eyes open wider. She cocks her head as she looks to me.
"I see you are taking this as seriously as I would want for you to snap at me so."
I sigh as my shoulders slacken. I sit down hard on a rock. "Aye, my wife. It is my worst fear come to dread fruition. I expect this from the tempestuous Moron, Lord of the Seas. I never thought he would turn on me. Not he. Not my Hades."
"Then you must look to the cause. Meet with our eldest brother, but go with your hackles lowered and your ears open."
"As always, your words are a balm to me. It shall be as you advise, my wise counsel and consort."
"Go then, my husband, but do not go alone. Take but two. Respond with a threat of your own. Take your daughter and our son, just in case."
"Aye, that I will. That I most certainly will." And so, a moon passed, and off we went. Poseidon was already there when we three arrived. He had no entourage, but a smirk emblazoned on his face. I walked to him with Ares and Athena stood but 3 paces behind me. Dressed as if for a fray, they are armed and armoured, but of course, neither Poseidon nor I are armed thus. Poseidon stands where the great throne of our father once lay, now blackened and broken. "Well, well, well, you bring your attack dogs with you to a meeting of brothers?" "Nay, brother, I bring witnesses to the demands of my most loyal brother, Hades." The smirk gone, he bristles, but does nothing but shoot back at me. "Your rule has ever been buttressed by our brother. What will you do if he rescinds his support, one wonders?" I snort and merely shake my head while looking at Poseidon with a curled lip of scorn. If he would have said further, we will never know. For now, the third arrives, and he does so with gusto. He has become majestic indeed. The grounds of Mount Othrys shake from the very base. Some rocks fall, the ground shudders, then a crack appears across its length, and from it, darkness flows like a river. A cold river indeed, for it is the personification of she who is sworn upon, as Styx herself manifests before us. And she is not alone. From the dark waters walk the many who are in his entourage, are in his court, not mine. Thanatos, the god of death, Hecate, Charon, Erinis, Acheron, Persephone, Hypnos, Cocytus, and more. They array before us, leaving space for their lord. It is a collective I would not wish to face. 1,000,000 bats now fill the skies. Entire flocks of crows fly above our heads, circling the mountain, cutting out the light of Selene, the moon. And I am aware that 2 of the ancients are here also. They do not manifest, but their eyes are upon this gathering. It is the darkness, Erebus, and his wife. She alone who I fear more than any. Nyx, the primordial of night. All attending stand in shadow, watching, while he bursts from the darkness. 4 steeds as black as night pull his golden chariot through the air. He circles them out thrice before he comes down to land before us. Hades, how I love him. how I rely on him. But now he walks to me as a warrior dressed for battle. His helm is pushed back so we might see him, for otherwise it would render him invisible. But it is on his head. He wears his most powerful and enchanted armor, has his most potent weapons on his hip, sheathed but prepared. He moves towards us slowly. I cannot help but note his might. He is indeed our father's son. He is indeed the Lord of the Dead, and it shows in his every movement. His face is blank, his stare empty. What I can see in his eyes is the reflection of his realm. He is prepared for war. Poseidon merely nods to Hades, then sits back down on a rock some 3 paces back, watching. His sly eyes twinkle as he does so. He is enjoying this a bit too much, I think. I begin. Well met, Hades, Lord of the Underworld, brother of my heart. He does not bow. He just snaps at me. So, you had the wit to attend. Good. Now, brother, mark my words, and mark them well. Alas, I had thought it would be my ever-furious son who would breach protocol. It is my daughter Athena who does so.
Be warned, son of Kronos. You address the Lord of the Heavens, your king.
Hades snaps at me, not her. His face turns from a picture of calmness to a fury I have never witnessed before. Were I not Zeus, I would quail at the ire there contained. A king upholds his laws. A king defends his realm and understands the needs of all who dwell there. A king is only worthy of the name while he performs his duty. I step forward but 1 pace and spread my arms wide as I state, how can you burn me with your words, brother? You accuse me of dereliction. When have I broken our compact? Where have I broken our agreement? He steps forward, but with shaken fist and his other hand on the pommel of his sheathed blade. Call me not brother when you permit my realm to be plundered. Call me not brother when you permit your grandson to spit on me. I am the Lord of the Underworld, and I will have my due. I respond, hot of blood. How come you to say this to me? Who has trespassed against thee? He snarls back. You mock me, surely. Nay, I know nothing of what you say, Hades. Brother, enlighten me. For old time's sake alone, I shall pretend I believe what you say, though it beggars belief that you feign that you do not know. Know what? Tell me, Hades. The son of your son Apollo, the healer, this thief, this Asclepius. Before, he merely plied his trade, despite that it stole from my tithe my toll. I tolerated him for your sake alone. But he has gone too far. He now reaches into my very realm and steals the souls therein. He brings the mortals back to life. I am genuinely surprised. I did not know of this. I swear on the river Styx I did not. Hades looks at me with disdain. How it pains me to witness it. He now glares at me as he spits his warning. I shall choose to give you the benefit of the doubt, to believe you are not complicit. But I state here and now, deal with this. This situation ends, or your rule does. And by the stars, he means it. Story continued. Next episode.